Gestalt's empty chair technique. Gestalt theory, founded by Fritz Perls, is a form of therapy that emphasizes personal awareness of the present moment and focuses on the understanding of the person within their environment. The relationship between the individual and the environment is fundamentally important, as one might have contact or withdrawal from the environment. In order to have an effective relationship, the individual must first become conscious of the here and now, and if there is any contact or withdrawal. Introduced to the Gestalt therapy, the empty chair technique allows the individual to liberate emotional problems or experiences through role-playing. In this technique, the conflict is evoked and both sides of the conflict are expressed at once by the individual. Once a trust is established in the therapeutic relationship, the counselor can then implement the empty chair technique following the 6 steps. In the first step, the counselor explains the technique and its benefits. This includes identifying a conflict that the client feels hesitant. During this time, the counselor would place 2 chairs in front of each other that represent each side of the conflict. The second step involves the counselor working to deepen the experience with the client by having the client choose the side of the polarity that he or she most strongly identifies with. During this time, it is important for the counselor to convey to the client the here and now. The third step is to have the client express the strong side of the polarity using exaggerated expressions, vocals, or repetition. During this time, the counselor can recap experience and further the experience by asking what or how questions. The fourth step is when the client has reached a stopping point. The counselor can then suggest switching positions and describe the opposite polarity. During the fifth step, the client continues switching roles until the counselor deems that both sides have been completely expressed. The last step involves helping the client agree to a plan of action. There are 3 variations in which the empty chair technique is useful. The first variation is with children. In this version, the counselor asks the child to play his or her side of the conflict. The child continues to switch until both sides are effectively conveyed. Another variation involves fantasy dialogue. Fantasy dialogue can take place between the person and an alien body part. The last variation is forced catastrophe. In this variation, the professional counselor insists that the client faces his or her worst fear or scenario. This helps clients display emotions that would be imagined in nerve-wracking situations. Empty chair technique demonstration. In this demonstration, the client is a successful businessman who is feeling lonely and seeks therapy.
As far as my social life, what's missing is I really just like to find someone to just maybe possibly settle down with, and God forbid someday have kids. I don't know if I would want to go that far, but someone to settle down with and maybe get serious with.
Okay, so what I see is this dichotomy going on with you where one personality trait is you're confident, a little bit cocky, maybe a little narcissistic, you've got it together, you're polished, money, power. And then the other side is the side that people don't see, the sad, lonely, maybe a little depressed. Are you drinking Christian? Are you drinking alcohol?
No.
Maybe a little bit.
Every so often.
And when you're feeling sad and depressed, you might want to avoid excessive intake of alcohol. And I want to try a technique with you. Are you comfortable with trying a technique? It's called empty chair, and it's where you're going to show both sides of how you feel about the situation of being by yourself. So I want to see the confident, cocky, narcissistic Christian, and then I want to see the sad, lonely, maybe little boy Christian who is lonely, who wants somebody in their life. Do you think that you'd be comfortable showing me both sides?
I'll give it a try, see what happens.
And when you do it, I want you to exaggerate. I want to see, both extremes. Let me see what other people aren't seeing. because you need both of those. So what we need to come is to a happy medium. Okay, we need you to realize that you can be confident and you can be sad. It's okay to show both sides of these emotions. All right. So I'm gonna have. What do you think that you deal with the most? Is it the cocky side or the sad side?
Well, the world of business, I don't know if you know this, but you have to stay ahead of the game and you have to be prepared and make sure that nobody screws you over. So, of course, the way the economy is going right now, the way government is, I guess it would be the cocky side. So I have to stay ahead of the game.
Well, let's not say cocky. That's probably a bad choice of words. Let's say confident. Okay, you're a virile man. Okay,
Same thing. Yeah.
Yes. So let me see, when you're confident, how you feel about not having a steady woman in your life, one woman.
Well, Christian, you've got money, you've got chicks, and every guy wants to be me. Every guy wants to have my great, wonderful personality, my great body. They want me for who I am. I've got nothing to worry about. Being tied down to one woman just isn't probably what it claims to be. All my other friends are married. They're miserable because their wives haven't come home at midnight, or I'm still out catting around or doing whatever I'm doing at midnight, and I don't make it until 3 or 4. I have no one to answer to. I can do whatever I damn well please.
Christian, that was really good.
Wasn't it, though?
It was. It actually was. And that's the side of you that I see. The guy that nothing bothers him. But now I want to see the other side. I want to see the side that when you go home, and you realize, okay, I don't have anyone long term, and while my married friends aren't exactly happy, I want that.
Christian, it really does suck when you come home at night and you have no one to be with. Bed's lonely. It's no fun cooking for one. Like, just had someone to spend time with. My friends they're married, but maybe they're happy, maybe they're not. I don't know. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. I don't know these things. I'd like to find out someday. All I have is this Labrador Retriever that I take places with me. And here it is. And we're always together. We're always hanging out. She's my chick magnet, I guess. And every time I bring someone new home, she's like, "Oh God, here we go. Someone new." I'm sure she'd like for me to find someone just to settle down with.
Okay, Christian. Now that you showed me, the sad part that nobody sees, I want you to go one more time to the confident Christian that everybody does see. And how would he respond to sad, lonely Christian?
Well, Christian, if you end up with just one particular person, it might be the wrong one, and you're going to end up broke and divorced, and basically where you started from square one, you're going to have to start over again. It's better off if you find the right one, get a prenup. Make sure if she decides to divorce, she gets nothing out of it, and you keep everything you made and whatnot.
All right, Christian. So, you saw both sides, and you can maybe recognize that both sides of this personality, they're useful depending on the situation that you're in. So you need to be confident while at work. And you also, if you're looking to be in a long-term relationship and you're looking to settle down, you have to show that you can be emotional, that you feel something. And maybe people don't see that when you're the confident, cocky guy.
Oh no, because I'm at work, and I didn't know that I had 2 sides, but I don't have 3 sides.
But what I'm saying is, all of them are useful. You just have to incorporate them in a most effective way in your life.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.